Chinese cars are set to take 9 out of 10 places in the global electric vehicle chart, says Elon Musk. And in Hong Kong, hydrogen-powered buses hit the streets. Today we're looking at the news with help from readers and a special guest. I'm here with James Ockenden, who you might well remember as the man behind Transit Jam, a very popular website covering transport and all sorts of related governing issues in Hong Kong. He's also a novelist, and he's also a person with many different points of view to my own, right?
Yes, Nury, that is correct. I think we disagree on pretty much everything.
Yeah. Which is healthy, right? Yeah. So we're here to show that different opinions can be fine.
Sure.
And that's something you need in Hong Kong. In fact, you need that depolarization everywhere, I think, these days.
I think so.
So we've asked readers to send in some questions, and some have arrived. Nice topical one here. Why doesn't Hong Kong have electric buses? It does, I think, doesn't it?
Yes, we do have some electric buses. We have double-deckers. We have double-decker electric buses, which are quite technically advanced because it is difficult to put enough battery in a double-decker bus. There's quite a few single-deckers. I've seen them around, the green ones, the KMBs. They wheel around.
And aren't they introducing hydrogen buses?
Yes, their hydrogen buses are coming. The refueling station is there. A very amusing story about city buses, problem with smokers, with its staff smoking at depots. Yeah, you don't really want people smoking around the hydrogen. So they put out a staff memo saying, this depot is non-smoking, as we all know. Now it's really, really non-smoking. Don't smoke around the hydrogen. So I think that's something we will see a lot more of, the hydrogen bus. It's quite exciting. It has a very different operating mode to battery-powered electric bus.
So there we go. We have electric buses and we've got hydrogen buses coming. There's a lot of electric cars in Hong Kong, right? Like everybody's got a Tesla except me, I think.
Yeah, I remember I used to take down license plates of Tesla. I was such a nerd. When I saw one, I would note down the license plate. This was back in 2010. Now, obviously, I stopped doing that when it was like, oh, okay, here's another one. They were ubiquitous. Now we have many, many Chinese brands. Elon Musk at the New York Times Deal Book conference this week, with the one where he told the advertisers to go F themselves. He also talked about Tesla's competition, and he said, I think Tesla's going to be the number one in the top 10, and then there's going to be 9 Chinese car makers behind.
Actually, 95% of Teslas are made in China as well, so that gives China the whole top 10 in terms of manufacturing.
You could, I suppose. There's 500 electric car makers in China. It's phenomenal, and they've mostly come from nowhere.
And they will consolidate.
I guess they'll have to. Yeah, some of them are appalling. Some of them don't really. Some of them have got interesting models. There's the Neo, which has the battery swap.
Oh yeah.
So you drive into the service station, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and then you're off again.
I mean, you don't see many of the Chinese models in Hong Kong, though, do you?
You're seeing a lot more. You're seeing BYDs occasionally. They look a bit naff, but they are cheap. They're about the same price as the Nissan Leaf.
Oh, right.
But the one that I love is the Maxus, the Chinese-made Maxus, which is formerly an MG brand.
MG, so, James Bond.
Well, yeah, these are quite good-looking vans. They're around $600,000, which is, the same as a sort of Model 3, I guess, a well-spec'd one. So they're very popular to replace 7-seaters.
Okay, next question. Is it true that Pharrell Williams is in Hong Kong? Pharrell Williams is a famous pop star. So have you been to see him? He's in HongOng, by the way.
I don't know. Is that for Clock and Flab or is that something else?
Yeah. So Pharrell Williams, he's the pop star who sang "Because I'm Happy." You know that song that was like earworm about 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's now a fashion designer and he's here for the Louis Vuitton launch, I think. And he's doing fashion parades along the waterfront. So having a lot of fun. But they forgot to invite me as a male model, didn't they invite you?
Yeah, they did not invite me. No, I can't pull it off. The Louis Vuitton. I don't want to wear full-length Louis Vuitton pajamas and a little LV bag. It's not my
Actually,
style.
my name gets auto-corrected to Louis Vuitton quite often. So I should have been there. Yeah, I remember he came and stayed in that what's that spectacular new hotel on the waterfront in Kowloon? Rosewood. he came and stayed in the Rosewood, and I recommended that they put him on the roof in a room without a roof, because that's his famous line. Be as happy as a room without a roof, you know. But yeah, nobody got it when I said it last time either. Next question. You printed a picture of a box that extends pedestrian crossing times. Here's the picture. How come I haven't seen one? Asked the reader. So there's not that many of them.
And I think there's only 21 of them.
Right.
So I think so. It's the one with the octopus, and if you've got an elderly octopus, you just beep on it, and you get a longer crossing time.
Yeah. Actually, your octopus doesn't contain information like if you're elderly or if you're disabled. That information is actually, if you're registered disabled, that information is actually in the octopus. So they also can use this magic box and get an extended green man flashing time.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, we need to think about that for the elderly. It's hard to cross the road in the time that you're given, especially if you're a bit slower than the average.
Yeah.
We find it very hard. I've got 3 children getting across the road. By the time the cars stop going through the red light, then we have seconds left to get across.
Oh dear.
So this is a good initiative.
So there's a problem here because it takes at least 20 seconds, right, to cross King's Road. It's a wide road. And there's one of the crossing lights which is set to 10 seconds. So you're only halfway across, and suddenly, the red light's up, and the cars are coming at you.
I cycle I sit there at the light, and you'll see an old guy, get onto the crossing, and I know he's going to take his time. The bus behind me is usually beeping, like, go, go, go. It's like, I'm going to wait and let this guy cross in peace. He deserves that.
Yes, he's lived long. He's probably fought 2 world wars.
Yes, exactly. Let's let him just cross the road.
The Japanese.
Right.
Okay, and it looks like time's up. But thank you for sending in questions, and think up some more, and think up some harder ones for us next time.
Too easy. Thanks.
Goodbye from him. Okay, thanks. See you next time.